I got some very unfortunate news this morning. Word is coming in that rapper Takeoff from the Amigos, one third of the Amigos, have been shot and killed in Houston. This is coming from Lovely T. You know, she's like TMZ, so if she's posting it, you know, I can take that to the bank. Unfortunately, it says Takeoff, one third of the popular rap group Amigos, along with Quavo and Offset, has reportedly been shot and killed over a dice game in Houston. According to social media reports, he was 28. According to the report, a person was fatally shot on 1200 Polk Street in downtown Houston, Texas, in the United States. Multiple Houston promoters are claiming they allegedly saw Takeoff get shot and killed at an event behind a dice game. R.I.P. Takeoff. A lot of news outlets are starting to report this and starting to confirm this. And this is just a sad situation. It's like these rappers are dropping like flies. Only 28 years old. You know, there's rumors that him and Offset and Quavo are having problems. Well, Quavo and Takeoff are having problems with Offset. If you notice, you ain't really seen them together much lately. Quavo came out with a song alleging that somebody smashed her homie when he was dating Sweetie, and some people were saying that's Offset. A lot of people were saying that's Little Baby. You know, I think most people think it's Little Baby because they believe he responded to that saying, "I don't want your girl, dog." But this is a sad situation, man. A dice game downtown Houston. This is why I don't play dice games no more with people. I mean, you have to be an extremely close person of mine. Like, I don't just play, you know, dice no more with just random people or people I barely know, because stuff like that, especially when money's on the line, things get heated. If you ever played dice game before, then if you play a lot, then you then seen somebody get whooped over a dice game. You done seen somebody get shot or pistol whipped or something crazy over a dice game. Like, you done seen it. And it's definitely an unfortunate situation. As more time comes and we get more details, I definitely do an update about this. But as of right now, you know, R.I.P. Takeoff. Remember, no matter what's going on in life, the facts remains the same. There's no game but tie game.
Quavo and Takeoff?
Yes. Yes, we were informed that they were here.
Jay Prince speaks on Takeoff. He says the Prince family would like to send our condolences to the family and friends of a beautiful soul, YRN Takeoff. To Houstonians and families around the world, this one breaks my heart because Takeoff was a brother, a son, a role model, and a God-loving human being. Grief is the price. Grief is the price of love. A bill people from across the globe are paying right now as we mourn this loss. I've been knowing Takeoff, Quavo, and Offset for many years, and there have been nothing but mutual love for one another, and that ain't going to ever change where we are concerned. This shouldn't have happened. This shouldn't have ever happened in our city. This shouldn't have been recorded, and this damn sure shouldn't be circulating across social media for family and friends and fans to see. As I write this, I'm angry about the lack of love and respect we have for one another as a race, which keeps bringing us back to the same tragic place of black on black killing. They say Satan is the author of confusion. And right now, there are a lot of lies and false narratives being spread by media whores. I consider myself a man that's quick to listen and slow to speak. Therefore, to whomever is responsible for putting that bullet in my little nephew's head, let it be known that you can't hide behind me, beside me, or anywhere near me, because I don't tolerate dumb-ish. I speak these words not knowing whose bullet is responsible for his death. With that being said, the root of this tragedy is foolish and has to be owned by the fool. I will sum this up by saying a gun in the hands of any human that close, his eyes to shoot, and doesn't have the proper skills of operating that gun is dangerous. And the results usually end with innocent people who have nothing to do with the altercation being shot or killed. To the homies in Georgia and around the world that got love for Takeoff like we do, know this. Let's change the narrative in our culture by putting an end to every argument or disagreement resulting in violence. It's okay to live and let live to see another day. Rest in peace. Takeoff. Now, this is very interesting. Jay Prince come out and he said, hey, whoever did this, you can't hide behind me. And then he goes on to say he don't know who's responsible for the bullet. It sounds like he know it may be somebody that may try to hide behind him, but I don't know. It's an unfortunate situation. This is a bad situation. When somebody checks in with you and if anything happened to them on your watch, people are going to look at you like you're responsible. People are going to look at you like you had something to do with it, even though that may not be the case. People, the whole point of checking in with people is to make sure that you're straight when you're with them. Ain't no point of checking in if you're going to get checked out. You understand what I'm saying? Now, whatever happened, like I said, we're going to get full details, I'm sure, of this soon. I'm pretty sure the whole story eventually is going to come out because it's a lot of back and forth, a lot of rumors. Some may be true, some may not be true. They say DJ Academics cracked the case. Maybe he did, maybe he didn't. But all I know is that when people check in with you, they supposed to go back home. And that's the bad thing, because you can't control what everybody do. But whatever they was arguing about, that should have got stopped. I don't know who was in the wrong. I don't know who started it. I don't know what it started over. But if you got some people that's checked in on your time and an argument breaks off, you need to go ahead and put an end to that immediately. Because if you don't, stuff like this can and will happen. And it's a unfortunate situation. What do you think about the words that Jay Prince spoke? What are your thoughts? Go ahead and leave a comment, and don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe for more videos. Rest in peace, Takeoff. The quietest one out the group. The one who just stayed out the way. It's crazy that this happened to him. Remember, no matter what happens in life, the facts of life remains the same. There's no game but tie game. Going on, and a lot of people are asking the question, was Takeoff set up by Jay Prince, the Prince family, or was he set up by Quavo? In my honest opinion, I'm going to say no. I don't believe that Takeoff was set up. I have a few reasons for thinking that way. One, I would hope that if somebody was going to set up somebody, they would do it a lot better than that. To me, it's just completely idiotic to set somebody up in that particular place where it's going to be a gang of cameras, it's going to be a gang of witnesses. You probably don't even know everybody that was necessarily there. Jay Prince was driving around with them in the 5th Ward. I'm pretty sure that if he was going to set them up, that would have been a way better spot to set them up, where it wasn't going to be nearly as many cameras, nearly as many witnesses. So no, I do not believe that Jay Prince set them up. But the fact still remains the same, that if people are checking in with you, it is definitely up to you to make sure that they get back home the same way that they came. And people's going to look at that regardless of what happened. Some things are out of people's control, but that's what it is. Like I said, people don't check in just so they can check out. R.I.P. Takeoff. We also had some conspiracy theories that Quavo was the one who set up Takeoff, who set up his own nephew. I don't believe that neither. You know, Quavo seemed to be in a minor altercation that turned into a big altercation and shots was fired. I don't believe that Quavo had anything to do with, setting up Takeoff or doing a sacrifice. Because we got that sacrifice word going on a lot right now, too. I don't think Quavo did anything like that to Takeoff. It's definitely an unfortunate situation. Now, like I said, I do believe they know exactly who done it. I don't know why these entertainers and rappers, mostly rappers, because most of the time when you hear people getting shot like this, it's mostly a rapper. I don't know why they so comfortable. They be so comfortable without their security or without real security. Now, rumor has it that they didn't have their full security detail like they normally have because they was down there messing with the Prince family, messing with rap a lot. So they was expecting to be straight. They was expecting to be safe. I don't understand how entertainers will do that. You shouldn't put that much faith into anybody. You should always have your own security team. Okay? You should always have your own security team where their only job is there to protect you and start getting professional security. I would never understand how, and they say the Migos got professional security, but apparently they wasn't there like they normally was or rolling as deep as they normally do. But I don't understand how these entertainers be having their homeboys as their security. You know, these homeboys that don't know how to act in pressurized situations, these homeboys that don't know how to shoot, can't shoot for nothing, probably already drunk, getting high with you, and they supposed to be securing the perimeter. They up here partying, hollering at females and everything, not doing a job. You need to have professional security because they're trained for these particular situations. And I feel like if they had their real whole security detail like they normally have, they probably wouldn't even have been at the spot that they was at like that. You got to go in, do your job, leave. That's how security do. They get you to the venue. You do what you got to do with who you got to do it with. They make a beeline straight for the car to get you out of there because they know stupid situations like this happens. Unfortunate situation. Should have never happened. Takeoff should definitely be alive today. And I'm pretty sure all I know is if this case don't get solved, then they're definitely covering it up because everybody knows exactly who done it. They got pictures of people who had firearms. They got video of people who had firearms. So if this don't get solved, then it's definitely being covered up. And regardless of what happened, they're going to look at it like, hey, man, they was on your watch. They was on your time. How did this argument even get to the point where you always got a hothead in these situations. Somebody was a hothead that decided, you know what, let me just start shooting. And those are the worst people to have around. Those are the worst people that have part of your team because they too hot-headed. They'll just start shooting in a crowded area for no reason. So no, I do not believe Takeoff was set up, but he should have been better protected. Like always, the facts remain the same. There's no game, but Tiger. Takeoff is officially up out of here. Whack 100 goes in. Let's take a listen.
Hey, that nigga got shot for real?
Shout out Beehive. What's up, 100 side? All right, the streets are officially talking. I've been getting so many reports from firsthand witness. It's crazy. The people that came forward showed me 100% proof they was there firsthand, but I can't expose their identities. They told me Quavo was arguing with Jay Prince Jr. He shrugged Jay Prince Jr. off and walked away saying, "Let's go before I hurt somebody." Immediately after Takeoff was following behind the entourage to leave in yellow hoodie, who goes by the name of Lil Cam, grabbed Takeoff and shot him in the head, and then tried to use his body as a shield when Takeoff began to fall.
Now listen, I did a whole video on the yellow hoodie guy, and then it got taken down. For some reason, it's cool when they do it. It's a problem when I do it. You know the rest. But yeah, they saying the guy in the yellow hoodie is the one who took out Takeoff, and this person in the middle of the screen here, they're saying who. Let's finish listening.
Remember, the messages said first shot, Takeoff drop. That's when Quavo's manager pulled out his gun. It was not a straight bullet. Quavo's manager seen the whole thing and tried to protect Takeoff. And it's actually believed that Quavo's manager might have actually shot the girl Sydney in the head. It was on accident and she survived.
They talking about Miko Bands, the guy in the all blue that people were saying it was rumors that he's the one who hit Takeoff at first. And now, you know, they like, no, he was actually defending it because he seen everything that was popping off.
Hospital have officially removed her tubes out and she's in stable condition. Quavo's assistant was also shot, but two survived. As for Yellow Hoodie, I've heard the team is allegedly hiding him. His job is to protect Jay Prince Jr. My source said as of yesterday, the entire Jay Prince Jr. team is shook. RN. Since all of the evidence is out, everyone is talking and yelling. Now this is all started because of him, and now they are now receiving many threats from Takeoff's family and associates.
And this makes and you know what, this do kind of makes sense because we was all wondering. We said, why did Jay Prince Jr. just walk past Quavo and Takeoff like that? Like when he was on the ground, he just like walked right past him. And some of them say, you know, maybe he was super upset, or he went to go handle the person, or he knew exactly what was about to happen. His mind wasn't in the right place. But they saying that Quavo and Jay Prince Jr. are the ones who was in the argument, and they had just got into an argument. So he probably wasn't even feeling it like at the moment. Like, man, look at you. Now look at you. Let's continue to listen. Make sure you hit that subscribe button.
However, the father, Jay Prince Sr. and Jazz Prince, has nothing to do with it. Jay Prince Sr. has made it clear in his cryptic caption they both were not there when the shooting or argument occurred. Also, police know Yellow Hoodie did it, but they're playing it safe until they catch him. Everybody knows and is telling exactly what went down.
Yeah, when he came out with that, when Jay Prince Sr. came out with that message that I did a video on, where he was like, you can't stand behind me, you can't hide behind me, you can't hide on the side of me, anything. I said, well, he definitely know who did it. And I said he definitely know who did it, just for the simple fact, I'm sure they got way more information than us. His son was there, all their associates was there. They know exactly who did what. Ain't about to play no games. They know exactly what happened. And like I said in one of my other videos, I said the person that did it is going to be a situation where he's going to get got, because otherwise ain't no telling what type of war that can stop. Like, you didn't just pop anybody, you pop Takeoff, and the Migos are possibly the greatest. They probably are the greatest group of this generation. Like, that's a big hit. That ain't nobody. Let's continue to listen. Hit that subscribe button.
God damn.
That just said it everything right there, huh?
Yeah,
Oh,
well,
they
that's like
just broke
saying
that
it,
shit
but I
all
was
the way
saying
Hey, what was
down.
that nigga saying on that clip? Can't play that? That nigga was talking in that clip up top.
Eric, did you get that clip?
Hey, who that nigga is up there at the top? Huh?
That's the nigga that, when she just ran.
Yeah.
No, wait, is that the nigga that got killed though?
Yeah,
Or not?
yeah,
That's him.
yeah. That's
Yeah,
Lil
he got
Kim.
smoked.
That's the nigga they just smoked. Hey, Gay, these niggas is bozos moving like this. You just watched me move them the other day with a follow unfollow, right?
On my mama, I seen it.
Nah, these dumbass niggas, bro.
And the unfollow he talking about, they were saying that Drake and like Jay Prince and them Jr. and them unfollowed Quavo. But then after the news broke that they unfollowed him, they followed him back. So everybody thought that was suspicious. Let's continue.
So this is the nigga that academics kind of pinpointed, and he had the content. This the nigga shot Takeoff in the head. Now they ain't identified that
I thought Migo, the people that with Migo shot him on mistake.
that was what they was trying to throw out
Yeah,
there.
nah.
But the nigga academics busted wide open and pinpointed it. He had the nigga shooting, the gun shooting, and had him running out the door. Now they didn't turn around and pinpointed that the nigga Jay Prince Jr. personal security, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Then the daddy yesterday puts out that long shit talking all the Godfather shit. You can't hide behind me, stand behind me, insinuating that he know. Now a day later, dollar short, this man knocked down in Houston. These niggas got to be crazy. They just killed the nigga.
The feds are definitely watching this. This is definitely too much going on because you know when Takeoff got knocked off, it got everybody attention. Everybody eyes is on this.
Tripping. I want to hear what he said during that clip. What we got in here that I can run it?
I'm gonna run it, but I don't think he was talking. I think maybe he was
singing that song he listening to.
Oh, that's all he doing?
Yeah, he just singing the song that he listening to.
But this shit here crazy, man.
Man, no, he got some bozos. Niggas down there perpetrating a fraud under a persona and don't really come from that. It's one thing to play like you come from that. It's another thing, nigga, when it's time to really move like you come from that.
That was a bad move.
Real,
That
man.
little nigga, bro, if you don't think he knew the heat was coming, I felt it, and ain't pillow talk with a bitch or somebody he know, nigga, they already just down at the precinct.
Loose lips sink ships.
That scared him. Oh, hell no. Yup. Wooty, 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 wooty. Wooty, wooty, wooty. Nigga, give it a couple days. Watch how it go.
And he was a young nigga too. You know that nigga that ran. You know he done did the talk.
Bro, that's common. Every nigga in here know that go. You do something, nigga, you gonna go to your man, my nigga. Whoa, 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 whoa. You know what I'm saying?
I
That's normal.
thought fitness supposed to be some big dog. It's too many niggas dying on their hand, man.
Huh?
Everybody down here knew
nigga dying on their hand, bro. I thought the boy was some big dog.
Nah, you don't remember when I got into it with the daddy?
Yeah, I
You
remember
didn't see
that.
how I was getting it? I know them niggas, bro.
If you were up on any of this, you know Wack and Jay Princeton definitely had their disagreements, their issues. I mean, Wack said that the feds called his phone and was asking him, was he getting threatened by Jay Prince? 6ix9ine said that when he was cooperating in his Fed case, the feds came in there and asked him, what do you know about Jay Prince? Rumor has it that the feds been trying to get Jay Prince for quite some time. And a lot of people feel that a RICO charge is going to be coming sooner or later. I don't know. Let's continue.
Yeah.
All this old persona, I know you niggas. You done got robbed 4 or 5 times. You scary as a motherfucker. We chase you down Las Vegas Boulevard, left your Lamborghini in the middle of the street. I know you niggas.
No!
I know you niggas. Like, all that shit. Okay. And see, one thing they knew about me, they know I'm ignorant. I'm going to force your hand. They know that. I'm going to force your hand, nigga. We gonna dance. That's what I told her. You coming out BET weekend, you out here every year. I see you at the radio room. I book both days. I'm in the lobby all day at the JW. Because he know, one thing he know, the nigga ignorant. They ain't like that, bro.
lobby all day, huh?
All day. You heard what Cowboy said? I came front on 6-0. Cuz was in the motherfucking lobby post all day.
Oh no. Waiting for that nigga.
Yeah, because these niggas that sit here and they do all this shit, they get the rap. Who are the rappers? The rappers are just the rappers. 95% of the rappers is storytellers. They don't come from it. Mom ties, okay. And they all doing it, I'm gonna do it too. That nigga son, that paperwork shit we just read earlier, see, that's some different shit, bro.
Yeah, man. Nah, this shit
Oh,
That's some different shit,
that
bro.
was
They on their ass.
oh. Best
That's crazy. You know, they said they was getting threats from Takeoff family and his associates. They like, listen, we want the person who done this. So y'all better give them up, better take care of her, whatever the case may be. And like I said, I'm sure they got more video than what we got. They probably got all types of angles, and I'm pretty sure they pulled them cameras from that bowling alley, unless the footage on them cameras magically disappeared, if you know what I'm saying. Let's continue.
After all this shit they done in the last 24 to 48 hours of ignorance.
Ignorant, mother.
Yeah, this
What up,
shit
nephew?
wild.
That's crazy how they bringing that Duke shit back up though.
Oh, that's a fact. He
Hey,
was
can
No,
y'all?
he
bro,
was at the
nigga.
party too.
When the telling start, it's gonna start.
Hey, can y'all let Deuce pot up,
I was
please?
just about to say.
Hey, give Gate a bean, bro. Bean Gate so he can handle his own people.
The bottom
Any
down
flow
there?
Gate
Okay,
hit
I
over
got
here,
you.
bro. Y'all
I
make
got
sure
you.
y'all bean him up.
Appreciate that. Huh?
They was talking about
Damn.
6ix9ine. It's time to see what these niggas gonna do.
Let's see who stands 30. That's some real shit right there.
And that is going to be very interesting because remember, Jay Prince and them had issues with 6ix9ine, was telling them, he can't come to Texas and all that. And of course, everybody, everybody been talking crazy about 6ix9ine, calling him a snitch and everything like that in his Fed case for taking down his gang or whatever. So now they saying y'all was doing all that talking about 6ix9ine. We about to see what y'all about to do. Subscribe to the channel.
Let's see who stands 30.
And then the bozo, this bozo goes and put a long statement out on Instagram and then boom, boom, bam.
Right.
You bozo number 8. You tripping. Your thing hide behind me, dumb as fuck.
That's
Yeah,
called,
you
which
gotta chill.
one of
You
you
gotta
stupid niggas got a brain?
Dumb as
Hit that long ass stupid statement and gonna have to answer to this and this and that.
bro.
The statement he sent
He'd have
you
been
back, and now
better
this new
off.
one? Yeah.
He'd have been better off shutting the fuck up, not doing
chill.
Or just sending condolences and that's it. Not all that extra Godfather shit.
yeah. And hide behind me. And we tell you what's crazy. That nigga kids is destroying his whole legacy. The nigga Junior, his problem is he watched too many movies.
Hey, that nigga that got shot.
All right, so go ahead, leave your comments, like, comment, subscribe. What you think about all this right here? They saying the person that did it, he's out of here. And if you know any, when you have a stuff like that, I'm pretty sure, like I said, they called him, said, listen, y'all know who did this. Y'all better give him up. Y'all don't give him up. That's going to start a whole war down here. So y'all better take care of them. Y'all better give it up. And Whack 100 is like, listen, man, these some bozos right here. You just came out, make this whole message about you can't hide behind me, can't hide on the side of me. And then the person who they saying did it just end up getting knocked off. So this is crazy. Let me know your thoughts, your thought process on all this, because all this is crazy. I had more videos, but like I said, YouTube done took them down because I don't know why. Ain't no different than what a gang of other channels are showing. But we just gonna go ahead and keep it forward. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. And remember, no matter what going on in life, the facts of life remains the same. They say the feds got the footage. They said that Quavo was arguing with Jay Prince. They say that Takeoff was used as a human shield. This is getting crazier and crazier. Let's take a listen. Whack 100.
I don't know. This is looking kind of wild for the Prince family. This shit is. Now it comes out that Quavo was directly arguing with Jay Prince Jr. And the dude with the yellow hoodie was Jay Prince Jr. personal guy. And they fingering him for popping motherfucking Takeoff and running.
This whole shit look weird.
They're getting different.
Especially with him walking off. Remember when
Remember
y'all was
I
saying he
told you
did that
day
walk
one?
off? Mm-hmm.
I said, Danny, that walk, that don't look right.
Exactly.
Now, is he 16 or 22?
They say he's 62.
Yellow.
See that walk off. Like I said, you still got a lot of people that believe this was actually a setup. You got a lot of people that believe that they was actually trying to rob the Migos. And, they got some pretty good theories out there that actually make a lot of sense. So I guess it just decides what side of the fence you on.
Hoodie.
Oh, I don't know. I couldn't tell you. Either way, he young. Shit. I have no idea.
Not only the walk, the look too. Like he didn't even want to look toward.
Nah, remember I said that when y'all look. Remember I was defending him in the morning show. When they sent me that video, I said, yeah, nah, something ain't right. That's not what you do. Somebody there, your guest, he there with you, something just happened. You not walking by them like that, disregard them. Ain't gonna happen. Nah, it makes sense. They said they was the ones arguing.
So was
Yeah, because when something happened like that on your watch, you supposed to be over there like, nah, get the help. Get the ambulance in here, man. You ain't supposed to be acting like you don't care. Like this is just some regular dude off the street. I definitely agree with that point.
he arguing with him like
directly with Quavo? They was arguing.
Was he arguing about the disrespect? You think he was arguing trying to say like, yo, we ain't taking the disrespect? That was that yo.
Whenever they was arguing about somebody swung, and they said, well, they already identified that dude in the yellow hoodie is Jay Prince Jr., direct guy. That's his goon. So when the argument happened, they say dude positioned on the other side of Takeoff, and when the swinging happened, they say dude popped Takeoff immediately, and then held him up. That's how he took the other bullets. When he popped Takeoff, somebody tried to pop him, but he kind of used Takeoff as a shield.
That's crazy to be shot in the head and then used as a human shield, man. You know, this world is getting crazy and crazier. Only thing you can do is try to stay safe out here.
Was it a swing whack or was it a close range headshot, bro?
No, what do you mean? A swing happened before the gunshot. The Takeoff was hit with a bullet. He got hit a couple times. One, the friendly fire comes after he took the headshot and dude held him up.
But that's why they were trying to say that one of his own people killed him.
Yeah, they was flipping it
and then held him up.
They held him up
because Quavo's people started shooting back, and he held him up as a shield.
Yeah.
Then he tried to snatch his chain when he went down before he walked in.
My thing is this, and that information right there, if that information is true, that they tried to snatch his chain, that kind of makes it look more like a setup. Like, okay, first off, you popping somebody that you wasn't supposed to pop. They are guests for your boss, right? But then they saying you trying to snatch his chain too. That's what make all this suspicious, and that's why I can't dispel nothing. I mean, until all the footage officially come out, we really just trying to piece the pieces together. But dang, it makes you go,
And the academics, he the one woke this up. Remember, he got to identify what motherfuckers was at. And then he showed the same running out the door. That's what did it. He froze it. Because he's like, is this Giles Prince? And they went and identified the pants and the shoes. Like, no, this is the dude on the other side of Takeoff. Then he seen the gun. And then now the witnesses is coming out. I told y'all, bro, 7 days, they gonna have niggas lined up on the wall, cuffed up. Too many people was there.
Why would Jay Prince make a statement about a nobody? I think he was making a statement probably about his son.
Bro, no, we already established that this nigga, in so many words, told that he knew who it was.
Right.
You can't hide behind me, this, and that. But I don't think he was talking to his son. I think he was talking to the motherfucker that actually did it. I think his son then doubled back to his daddy and threw the other nigga under the bus, like he jumped the gun type of shit.
And that's facts. I think that if anything, like I said, Jay Prince Jr. and Jay Prince, I'm sure they know who did it because he has to explain that to his father. You got to explain to your father why this incident that took place that's about to bring a whole lot of heat to your city, a whole lot of heat to your crew. You got to explain what happened. You got to explain what happened to the boss. And Jay Prince Sr. is the boss. So Junior definitely had to let him know what happened. And he better not try to BS his father.
Okay, I got it.
Yeah, his son play a fuck ass game like that.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, but on the flip of that, the nigga ain't jump no gun. That nigga moving the way you told him to move. We all have discussions with our people close to us before we even get in the spot. It's like, hey, listen, man, gonna be a lot of niggas here, so y'all niggas kind of go off me. Let me try to figure shit out. Unless it's just a direct threat. If you see something, don't do. Like, I had them conversations because these niggas, they gonna go in. They already turned up. they automatically turned up. You got to turn them down, or they gonna walk in turned up. Quavo ain't had no weapon. Ain't another one of them niggas had no weapons or none of that. You know, I said day one.
I'm sorry, but if you ain't got your own personal security and you ain't got no weapons, I'm against disarming people. It's like when they be like, yo, we need to do the thing with the law, make sure can't nobody have no gun. That only hurts the law-abiding citizens. That only help the people that's just trying to live life and have fun and stay out the way. That don't eliminate the criminals. I mean, the criminal is going to be a criminal. So you're really just disarming people so they can't protect themselves. I would never be a fan of that particular law right there. And they like what they do. They say they didn't have their regular security with them, or they wasn't full security like they normally roll because they was down there with Jay Prince and them, and they was supposed to be good. And then they saying that they didn't have no weapons, but I know Miko Bands had a weapon. Let's keep listening, man. This is interesting.
When I got that video clip of him walking by Quavo and them with no regard, I was like, something up with that. Ain't no way this nigga at your party, your guest, and this is happening, and you walking by him, and he told the girl, don't ask me no motherfucking questions. I don't give a fuck about something. Something was up. But now it's coming out. Yeah, no, bro, it's bro, shit finna roll down here. You gotta remember, all this is coming out from bloggers and niggas like academics researching. We don't even know what the other people then came up with.
And we ain't seen no camera footage from the actual place.
There
I know
you
the
have
cameras.
it. See, that's the shit, and it's in there for sure.
And that's gonna make it be even worse. Maybe that's the reason why they move like they move.
You're right. Everything we've been seeing been all people with cameras.
Right.
It's definitely cameras in the bowling alley.
Oh man.
But suppose.
And this is the thing. The police, the feds definitely got the cameras from the bowling alley. They definitely have more footage than us. And if something happened to that footage, or they like, oh, we just wasn't recording that night, or they can't find the footage, then you definitely going to be able to say it's definitely a cover up. Then the setup rumors would make even more sense if they actually wasn't able to get their hands on that footage. But I believe they got that footage.
They said behave when you come to Houston. That academic said actually was the who shot Quavo. He posted on Instagram, behave when you come to Houston so you can make it home, and then he deleted it like seconds after.
But he did that when? Before or after?
Right after.
Right after.
Remember,
right after the shoot. See, these youngsters is bozos.
So right on their side.
And where we came from, when we did that, a nigga is, bro, we switching clothes. If we had braids, we shaving all that off. We knocking everything off, getting low, we out. You do some shit like that, behave when you come to Houston. This ain't no video game. And look, ain't no deleting. The people not understand. There is no deleting, bro. When they go into Instagram or any of these social medias and subpoena that, it is still there. It's there.
Hey, but
there's
no
delete.
I think it's possible that they could be controlling it because someone said that that's a spot they go to regularly and host events. So I mean, I wouldn't put it past them. I can't, just say
right.
Yeah,
That's
but
true. They go every week.
Kingo, your mic a little low.
I know. My bad. I'm at work. Look, the footage at the bowling alley. I think that the hook got that, but they're not going to release that until.
They're not releasing it until they look. When they serve their arrest, then you're gonna see it.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
They ain't showing their hand.
But they got it, though. Trust me. They got it.
They got that bowling alley shit.
Yeah.
They got it. All that. Y'all giving them too much credit talking about them niggas controlling them cameras.
No, not like that. Like if you could go and tell them, hey, the cameras weren't working or something like that, because that was their night or something. If they
hey bro, let me explain something to you, bro. Ain't no telling them the cameras wasn't working. They sending them people up in there. When they come up in there, they going straight to their system. They ain't going on what they talking about. We got a motherfucker, here you go. We got paperwork showing we coming up here to get this.
Hey, because listen, things done happen outside of my business, and they ask for a camera, and then if I don't feel like giving, I'm just saying like, nah.
That's you. You ain't a bowling alley in the motherfucking hotel.
I got you.
You're gonna give up that video footage.
And I'm gonna be real with you, bro. Just because you think you deleted, right? It's only one way of getting rid of the footage. The whole box got to disappear.
You gotta get rid of the whole hard drive.
Because they can go up in there after your delete and go get it.
Yeah, facts. They gonna want the system. They gonna want that little DVR.
They gonna go get it. They can go get it. You think all this y'all think y'all be deleting? No, it's just removing from what you can see.
Yeah,
they
that's
can
just
go
a
get
virtual deletion. That's not a hard drive deletion.
Yeah, they can go get. The only way of doing that.
That's facts. That is absolute facts. I'm trying to tell you, the feds and the police or whatever, they got some different type of technology. You be like, oh, delete the footage of the shooting. And they be like, yeah, all right.
Is get rid of the whole box.
And to the business owner, a small town robbery and a murder of Takeoff is two different things too.
Very different.
Yeah, and it's
talking about
it's
you, what you
stored
not
high profile. This is a high profile.
Yeah, talking about
We're
what you
talking
not
about Snickers and Snickerdoodles.
Yeah,
and it's still stored on the hard drive no matter what. That hard drive is a bad month. Like these police, the police technicians and stuff like that, the technicians that work for the police department, computer techs, they can pull shit off your hard drive that you thought you deleted for real, and everything is still on there.
This is why they can't see my hard drive. They can't see my shit. They can't see my thing. I got two of them. One usually downstairs, one upstairs, but both of them motherfuckers is fake Daco anyway. They light up and all that. They bull. When they come in your house, they gonna snatch that DVR anyway. Snatch your DVR is like snatching the cameras. You got to either know, you got to be the nigga that installed my system, right? Or you gonna be in there about 8 hours looking for it. Cause them DVRs is flashing in front of you. It's fake Dacos anyway. They dummies. They cost $150. Look good. They plugged up everything. Ain't nothing on them.
That's crazy. Listen, this is getting crazier and crazier. Everybody is expecting for some type of arrest to be made here shortly. People expect they say that they got the footage, all this information they putting together. So we're going to see within the next couple of days if people start getting arrested for this. We're going to see if people start getting indicted for this. A lot of people say RICO charges is coming. We will find out shortly. Man, that's crazy, man. RIP Takeoff. But y'all need to stop being super, super famous and going places without professional security. If you can buy a Maybach, if you can buy a Lamborghini, all right, if you can wear $200,000, $1 million of jewelry around your neck, then you need to be having professional security 24/7. Stop trying to prove that you so tough and that you can go to the trenches and all that without your professional security, because this continues to happen. It seems like you can't take no day off, and you got to kind of think to yourself that every time you didn't have your professional security and nothing happened to you, then you got lucky. Remember, make sure to follow the channel, like, comment, and subscribe. There's no game but tie game. All right, Charleston White is going off.
We not afraid of Jay Prince up here in Dallas. Homie, he ain't had no influence up here. His sons, none of that shit. My nigga right there, a nigga that come through and try to do something. Nigga, we some big dogs up here. Nah, homie, them niggas only big down now. Mob ties don't exist up here because when the police kill some, where's mob ties? When we need murder solved in the community and these niggas kill babies, where is mob ties?
He's asking questions. Where is mob ties? Where they at? Where they be at? He said they ain't got no influence up here. He said we are not afraid of them.
When the women is getting beat and raped, where is mob ties, homie? Where is mob ties for the community program? Nigga, fuck mob ties, nigga. Harder we working for these kids up here. Don't bring no motherfucking mob ties up to me, nigga. Them niggas don't do a goddamn thing. For a motherfucking nigga around here, we don't give a fuck about no Jay Prince, nigga. He ain't never been able to reach his arms up here and help no nigga with no music career. Stay.
One thing you gotta give Charleston White is that the dude is consistent. He don't care who you is. He don't care what you about. He'll go off on you. And he'll call them people on you too. He'll let you know, like, listen, I'll call these people on you and pop you at the same time. Let's continue.
His ass in Houston. Him and his boys. I'm telling y'all, Jay Prince don't run shit in Dallas. Mob ties is just some bullshit. It ain't no mob ties, nigga. Them Italians got the mob. Don't no nigga got no motherfucking mob. Them niggas just talking bullshit Italian Geechee talk. Them ain't no real mobsters. Them niggas ain't never stood up for the black race.
Said they ain't no real mobsters. Those real mobsters are the Italians. You agree with Charleston White? Do you agree with Charleston White? Let me know.
Hollering about that shit. Nigga, them Italians bribe people. Them niggas can't do nothing. Them niggas pick on the weak. That nigga's sons beat up girls, homie. Beat up stripper bitches. We don't need them niggas up here. They don't run shit up here, nigga. That's what I'm saying. And anybody think they do is a motherfucking lie. We not afraid of Jay Prince up here.
Listen. Y'all tell me right now what y'all feel about that. Do y'all feel the same way? Make sure you leave a comment. Please subscribe to the channel. Make sure you hit the notification bells. Like, share, do all that. Because the facts remains the same. There's no game. There's a problem when I do it. F them. Finesse 2 times responds to everybody that says that he need to leave mob ties because of what went off with Takeoff down there in Houston, RIP. He said everybody talking about Finesse. You need to get away from mob ties. Man, if I'm with you, I'm with you. Now TS. Now the shit that's going on is tragic. But that don't mean you jump ship on mother effers who was there with you. That's what I be saying. Y'all ain't got no principles and morals. And you definitely got to respect that. I mean, he's basically saying, listen, what happened was tragic. And I'm sure that he wished it would have never happened. But he's also saying mob ties was there with me when I was locked up. They helped put me in a position to make some money when I got out. And I'm going to ride with my people. And he said, y'all ain't got no principle. Y'all ain't got no morals. Like, y'all just be wanting people just to jump ship. Hopefully I'm just hoping these 2 states can get it together. And I hope that a war is not going to be started. Because what happens is, this ain't a situation where Takeoff got took out in Houston. See, getting took out in Houston is a different situation than getting taken out in Houston while you was with somebody. Because now what happens, people start to associate just a group, right? They don't care who you is in the group. They don't care if you had anything to do with it or not. They just be like, oh, he's mob ties. We about to go see him. That's the bad thing. We don't need no more. We definitely don't need no more killing. And I'm hoping it don't come to that. And I hope it ain't a situation where, Finesse start getting pressed if he's in the, quote unquote wrong city or whatever, just because of who you associated with. That's the thing. A lot of people get into situations just off association. You ain't got nothing to do with nothing. You ain't do nothing. You don't even agree with what happened. But just because you're associated, it's like the Rico. Just because you're associated with it, they gonna try to take you down. So hopefully all this work itself out. Once again, RIP Takeoff. It's cool when they do it. It's a problem when I do it. F them. Hit that subscribe button and make sure to leave a comment. What do you think about this? What do you think about what Finesse 2 times said? Do you respect it? Like, yeah, he gonna stand with his people regardless, even though the situation messed up. Or do you think he should separate himself? Let me know. Because remember, no matter what's going on in life, the facts remain the same. There's no game. Junior calls Joe Budden to check him after the Takeoff situation. Let's get right into it.
Talk. Yeah, it's hard to come by a bunch of people because they know I really come from that. Joe, you just want to move on to somebody else?
No, man, I'm just here listening.
Well, I like to talk about the prison system. Ain't that much to listen to, my brother. It's just us having a conversation. And it's a light conversation because we ain't talking about shit.
Well, then, you want to start a conversation? Why don't you ask Joe something? Y'all can ping pong off each other.
No, I was asking him. He the interviewee. I ain't never did no podcast and got to talking about niggas. He did that though. I was challenging him. I was challenging him to do that to me.
Jay, you low key can have your own podcast though.
That's cool. I know what I'm capable of. I'm talking.
You could tell by the way that Jay Prince Jr. sound. You can already tell what type of time he on. You can already tell what type of energy he's bringing to this conversation already.
Been podcasting all night.
I know what he already did. I know what's transpired already. Therefore, I want to see if he can reciprocate that same energy to me because I know what he's done to others already. I want to see him reciprocate that same energy to me.
Junior answered all his boy questions.
And what if he can't give you that same shit? Shit, tell him to say that, and we can keep on moving. He can move on and ask somebody else a question. I know how he like to, go with his wiggle on other niggas. Go with this wiggle on me.
So this is the question game in here.
This is the what?
So y'all were playing the question game in here?
Nah, it's your question game in here.
I don't have any questions.
All this shit started based upon you.
I don't have any questions.
The question is, do you have a question to ask Junior?
No.
Because I see that you reciprocate negative energy to certain individuals. I wanted to see if you can reciprocate that energy to me, and we just can have an intellectual conversation.
I don't think anybody need to be, giving the same energy, especially when the energy is negative, especially after everything that has just transpired, especially after everything that is still going on. I don't think we need any negative energy. I think we need more positive energy.
You talk to a bunch of dummies, and I don't want to discredit any niggas, but you talk to a bunch of niggas who don't know how to speak and can't articulate themselves in the right manner to deliver the right message. But can you do that with a man who can decipher himself in the proper manner? Can you have that conversation with a guy who can exemplify himself in the way he need to be exemplified instead of the manner that you try to portray him?
Jay, I can have any conversation.
Do y'all think he just trying to sound smart? Leave a comment. Hit the subscribe button.
With any man.
Then have a conversation with me.
I do not think that I run around spewing negativity the way that it sounds like you think. I don't think that at all, actually.
Okay, I understand. I understand your message there. But you know what you've done. You brought people in your room that you had a problem with and you had something bad to say about, and you spoke on what you had bad to say about them while they were in your presence. I don't know if you would have did that in real life. You might have. You might not have. I don't
Jay,
know.
when you say my room, you mean on Clubhouse?
I don't give a fuck about no Clubhouse. Clubhouse ain't got shit to do with nothing. We talking about real life. We talking about podcast and all that other shit. We ain't talking about no Clubhouse. Clubhouse ain't shit. I just got on here.
Club.
I just got on here 4 days ago. Like, this shit don't.
Joe Budden is probably arguably the number one podcaster, especially in the hip hop space. I mean, he's up there with DJ Academics, Drink Champs, $1 million worth of game. I don't know exactly who number one, but I think Joe would be a good bet because he's up. He's definitely probably top 2.
Don't mean nothing to me. Now, I understand it's becoming a big platform, but this shit don't mean nothing to me. What I'm asking you is the same energy that you transpire the people that come on your podcast and different channels that you have leverage on, that you are, bet on.
Jay, I don't interview people on my podcast.
Yeah, you don't interview them, but you got a bunch to say about them.
Well, yeah, that's
You'll tell somebody when you don't like them. You'll tell. Man, I don't watch enough of them, Joe. I don't watch enough of them. I done seen you disrespect a bunch of guys, rightfully so or unrightfully so. You did.
And honestly, we don't really care about none of this. We just want to know what happened to Takeoff. That's it.
Know if y'all had personal issues before they got on your shit. I have no idea. I just know what's transpired. I know what you did when they got there. I know what you did when they got there. So I don't know if it was for personal means, or podcast means, whatever. You do what I'm saying? I don't know which one it was for. I just know it transpired. And you had to let it be known that it was this and it was that. When ain't nobody bring you that energy. Ain't nobody bring that energy to you initially. But you had to let it be known at that time that you brought the energy to them.
What time frame is this?
You said what time frame?
Yeah, because it sounds like you speaking about something specific, and I don't know.
Nah, I'm speaking on a bunch of different situations. And there's a bunch of people in here that can tell you that. Anybody know what I'm talking about?
You just talk a lot of shit.
I know a million of them. Like you say, we watch this shit all the time. Like old girl said, Migos.
Migos, the Yachty interview was pretty bad. You kind of, with the whole, what's it called? The 360 deal shit that you put on.
R.I.P. Takeoff. R.I.P. Takeoff. Never caused any issues. Was never in any drama.
Yeah.
Nah,
Joe, I got a question for you.
It's a bunch of them.
Y'all feel like that was bad?
It wasn't bad, but you definitely challenged him in a way where you could tell he wasn't ready for it. And yeah, Yachty's a little younger, but it's just like your maturity that he wasn't ready for. He wasn't ready for the questions that you asked. He wasn't ready for the questions that you applied.
You be pressing niggas that ain't ready to be pressed. And
you guys are in the same
let it be known that you got situations with guys that ain't even know they had a situation with you, but you just stand on it.
Nah, I don't think that's my energy.
I'm telling you what's transpired. You might not think that's what you displaying, but we telling you what you displaying.
Well, I wouldn't say it's displayed like that, but it's definitely like from
that's cool. That's your perspective. Let everybody else speak too, because there's a bunch of other people that can say some other shit.
Hey, Junior, I ain't gonna lie. He ain't did nothing. Like on his podcast, I listened to him. He ain't did nothing but show respect to all the vibes. So I don't know.
I understand your perspective. I've been told you to exit the building.
Damn.
That is my perspective too, though. And I think if we speak to Lil Yachty or any of the people that y'all think that type of interview went that way, like today, Yachty would say he appreciates that. He appreciated that back then.
You gotta think about all the people that you told, I don't like you. I don't like y'all.
Good publicity.
I ain't fucking with your music. Like you understand how many times you done said this shit on multiple occasions.
So why not send that?
I don't think that's personal.
I mean, if you invite somebody to your platform and then disrespect them, it's personal.
Complex went his platform. The fuck?
I mean, because you know who coming and you know you don't like them already. So regardless of if somebody else line that platform up, you know what's transpiring with that platform.
Yo, I'm only talking about this Yachty interview because that's the one that stands out in this type of conversation.
I mean, it's all good. Don't worry about it. I ain't worried about it.
And that was my very first interview.
So apparently, Junior don't like the way that Joe Budden conducts his podcast. He don't like the way he conducts his interviews, and he actually has a problem with it. I mean, Joe Budden is in the media. He's going to have to ask certain type of questions. He's going to have to say certain type of things. And what's the point of having a podcast if you can't tell a person how you feel about, their situation?
By the way.
Hey, Joe. Publicity sells, man. We know that.
But guess what, Mom? I'm a nigga. I'm a nigga that ain't looking for no publicity because I don't get paid for it.
Exactly.
So this shit don't mean nothing to me. It don't mean nothing to me. I just want somebody to tell me how they feel and be real about it and stand on it. I don't care about none of that publicity shit. This shit don't mean nothing to me. That's for everybody else. It's for the birds. So we let them stand on that or not stand on it. Joe, it's all good.
I know why I used to pick on them kids at school about their shoes because everybody else did. They thought it was funny. Joe, that ain't why you pick at these artists sometimes?
Nah, man. I don't look at it as picking on artists. I don't. I look at it as I look at it as outside of critiquing, just giving information and funneling information that wasn't readily available to me when I came in.
There's a lot of ways to do that. Yeah, I understand that perspective, Joe. Like, I understand it.
It's never to disrespect niggas. It's certain shit I won't even touch on my platform. Like, I run my shit very differently than how hip-hop media is ran. Like, it's not to play with niggas. It's not. And I don't have people on my platform, my podcast, that I wouldn't fuck with in real life or have a conversation with in real life. You
done disrespected a bunch of niggas on your platform, though. I done watched it.
But I'm saying that I don't think talking about a nigga's music negatively is disrespecting them personally.
You ain't had to bring me to your platform to do that.
Okay, this is where you gotta draw the line at. I mean, if you got a podcast, that's what I'm saying. So if you got a podcast and you got a guest, you can't tell that particular guest that, hey, I'm not feeling your music. I mean, is that a crime? Is that a bad thing? So you're telling me that everybody that come on a podcast, the person, the host of the podcast, got to say nothing but good things about you? I don't think stuff works that way. And Junior knows that.
So it is negatively. When you try to put me on the forefront to do so, you could have called my phone and gave me constructive criticism rather than put me on the internet for everybody to see this. It's a difference. And you an older nigga, so you should know that. You should know that you can call the little homies and let them know, hey, man, this ain't what's transpiring, rather than trying to put them on a platform where everybody can hear it for you to give your message. You could have gave my message in 100 different other ways. I guess I'm talking to myself now, right?
Nah, yo, that kind of makes sense, what you saying, though.
No, nigga, it do make sense. How you gonna say it kind of do?
Kind of makes sense, but at the same token, Junior, he media, though. So he got to talk about things that drop. You feel me?
That's cool. He media.
But he know where he come from, so he got to be held accountable.
Be media the right way. Why the fuck you feel like you need to speak on everything that I say for him?
Not really. I'm just having a conversation.
That's cool. We can have a conversation. Just chill, though. You ain't got to respond to everything I say, though, because that's what you've been doing. Let him speak for himself.
Yeah, no, I never looked at it that way, to be honest with you.
What other way is it to look at it, though, Joe?
Like I just said, running the podcast and critiquing music without it being a personal shot at nobody that you're critiquing.
But you got to understand that, nigga, everybody got emotions and everybody got feelings, right? Because everybody man. So if you want to criticize me in public, why you can't criticize me in private?
Nah.
No,
I criticize my friends and the people I love and care about in private and in public. Like, that's a courtesy.
I ain't never heard you criticize your wife in public. That's somebody you care about. You criticize her in public, and that's no disrespect.
I'm not married. Are you talking about my son's mom?
I'm talking about your girlfriend and anybody else. I never heard you criticize them in public other than on TV where you got recognition for that too.
I have a long time ago when I was a little immature. I tend not to move that way at 40.
Exactly. So I'm saying, why are you moving like that with youngsters? Because we older. Why are you moving like that with youngsters?
My stance is I don't.
My stance is that you do. You won't criticize somebody that you can give constructive criticism behind closed doors where it might actually.
Make sure y'all hit that subscribe button to stay up to date with more videos and hit that notification bell. Also, leave a comment what you think about Junior going off right now. Do you think he have a point or you think he's being too sensitive? Let's get back to it.
Be a positive influence in their life. You rather give it to them in public and it be a negative influence in their life. And then you got to deal with what you got to deal with, and they got to deal with what they got to deal with. Now it's a problem. Now you created an animosity that didn't need to be created because you could have said the same thing that you said in public behind closed doors, and it would have gave them more meaning. So therefore, if you want to give your audience. Meaning, if you want to really be beneficial to your audience, if you really want to give your audience direction, then you'll understand that if you give them that in a different platform and then have a different conversation with them on another platform, that you'll get way further than what it is that you get based upon trying to belittle somebody publicly.
But Jay, I speak to mad of these young niggas off platform personally. Advice, kick it with them. Like, that happens.
I mean, that's the guys that we don't know about though. We talking about the ones that we do. So you might talk to a bunch of niggas the same way I could say I talk to a bunch of niggas, but don't nobody know the niggas I'm talking to. When we have an opportunity to talk to influencers though, the guys that actually have a chance of coming up, the guys that are in position or have been in position to come up, let's give them constructive criticism rather than belittling them and making them something less than they are. Let's give them the criticism they need behind closed doors. And then when we had these interviews, let's give them the criticism that they need.
I agree with that.
You do shit to be funny. You do shit to get views.
Jay, I'm the last.
Listen to me. Listen to me.
Media person that does.
Man, that's cool, but you do shit for views, and I don't respect that.
Jay, I can assure you,
you do shit to get views. You speak on certain contexts and you speak on certain situations so people can laugh at certain people and certain people can feel discredited about whatever it is that they doing based upon what you said. When you could have had that same conversation with this youngster behind closed doors and uplifted him and then came back and got the same notoriety that you wanted from downplaying him that you could have got right here on your show.
Jay, I don't do shit for views and I don't downplay niggas to get up.
Hey, Joe, I don't want to disrespect you.
Okay, now that's where I gotta call out Joe. He definitely wasn't keeping it real right there. He said he don't do things for views. That's part of your podcast need views. Without the views, you don't get paid. You won't be living the life, a luxury that you're living if your podcast wasn't hot, if people wasn't tuning in, if you wasn't getting all the views, if you wasn't getting all the clicks. So to sit there and say that I don't do that for views, okay. He wasn't keeping it real right there. Let's continue. Hit the subscribe and notification button.
And I don't want you to disrespect me. Because you ain't never disrespect none. You ain't never took it there with none of them young niggas. So I don't expect you to take it there with me. You did. But this is the thing. Nigga, you done a lot to discredit people and say what you had to say about certain artists and shit like that.
I think he's just a very honest person. He's just a blunt person.
Nigga, that shit don't matter. We all blatant, blunt, and honest. That's what we are. That's what we stand on. We all that. Tell him to tell you that he don't think I'm that. We both that. It's a time and a place for everything. I never take my blatancy and my honesty to try to uplift myself based upon another nigga's transgression. He capitalized off people bullshit. He'll say that he feel like this, and that about a nigga. But he ain't got to say that. He could have went and whispered in this young nigga ear because he an older nigga. You know what I'm saying? That has respect in the game. The same thing that he said, well, nah, ain't the same thing. He could have whispered something else in this young guy ear on this podcast or anything else, and it would have had a lot more understanding and him creating beef by saying some bullshit and what he said in this podcast. He could have put that nigga to the side and gave him some game. The same way we do. He could have put him to the side, whispered in his ear and be like, hey, nigga, you can do this. Instead of going on here, man, I don't like your music. Now tell a nigga how he can progress. Tell somebody how they can be better. Tell them if they do this, you feel like they can make more money for their family. Don't come in this motherfucker and telling somebody ain't create no drama. He just ain't created drama with the right people. That's all.
I got a question for Joe.
How y'all feel about that? How y'all feel about the way that Jay Prince Jr. was coming at Joe Budden? Why don't you go ahead and leave a comment, like, subscribe, notification bell, share, do all that. Because remember, no matter what happens in life, the facts of life remains the same. There's no game. The character of Takeoff. Make sure you hit that subscribe and notification bell. Let's go.
Like, Takeoff was the type of nigga, like, if I see Takeoff arguing with a nigga, I know the other nigga wrong.
1,000%.
Like, automatically. Like, because Takeoff ain't, like...
I've never
seen
him.
He a man. He ain't no bitch. But
he out
like,
the way. Like,
he just
chill.
not confrontational. He like in his own world. He just want to do what he do. You know, like he ain't really like in the way, like in the mix for real. Like he's just always in his own world. He really quiet for real unless he know you. He funny as hell though, but if he know you type shit, you get what I'm saying? Like I ain't never seen that nigga mad, had an attitude. I ain't never seen him out of character. He always the exact same way. Every time I see him, he gonna smile, dap you up, and mind his business, bro. Type shit.
That's crazy. That just goes to show, like everybody say, Takeoff always stayed out the way. He always stayed out the drama. For the most part, he just kept to himself. And it's a shame that this has happened to him. R.I.P. Takeoff, y'all. Make sure. Send y'all respects. Hit that subscribe button and notification bell. And remember, no matter what's going on in life, the facts remains the same. There's no game but tie game. If Jay Prince should show up to Takeoff funeral, let's go.
They told that he can't even come to Atlanta. No.
Is it private or is it gonna be?
Jay Prince Jr. should be at the funeral, right? Who said that? They told him somebody said that openly.
Who Junior gonna be at the funeral?
Shouldn't he be at the
going to
funeral?
Atlanta.
It's gonna be in the Mercedes. It's gonna be in the
Yeah,
Mercedes-Benz
hello.
Stadium.
Hello. That's what they've been saying. Hello. It's gonna be in Atlanta Friday.
The Mercedes-Benz Stadium.
No, it's not. It's gonna be at State Farm Arena. It's not gonna be.
It's gonna be at Atlanta Hope Stadium.
And it will be on TV.
Not at the Falcon Stadium. But did somebody say dudes that can't come to Atlanta though?
Somebody said
Nah,
that,
he
bro.
can't come to Atlanta right now. Hell no.
Shouldn't he be playing his respects? I'm asking the room.
Hell no. What you mean? You talking about Jay Prince Jr.? Hey, but
yeah.
I personally would have to disagree with that. I don't personally think it's a good idea to show up to the funeral after everything that went on. But that's just me. Let's get back to it.
It's going to be a lot of security. You might be able to go there.
Jay Prince Jr. can pay his respect in Houston. Exactly.
That is not paying your respects. You're paying your respects.
Do y'all think
It's hugging his
the
mama,
daddy gonna be there?
hugging his mama,
Nah, bro.
looking his family in the face. That's paying your respect.
That nigga bitch ass face North. That's just North. Man, you want to come there who walk past the body and shit? What about the daddy though? It's just North family.
Business, ain't you?
The daddy was like, "Don't try to hide behind me and around me." I respect the daddy for the son, man. Yeah.
So the daddy gonna come and not the son.
As the daddy come, that'll be all of them.
His daddy better turn him into the cops.
And the family is not going nowhere near that goddamn funeral. So why y'all talking this?
Let me ask somebody.
Don't go. Don't do it. It ain't smart.
Somebody with some sense. What you think? Should Jay Prince Jr. show his respects? Here go the thing, bro. Here go the thing. Either they all go or none of them gonna go. If the daddy show up and he ain't there, that's a sign. I mean, you know,
And that's facts. They gonna take that as a sign like, hey, he has something to do with that, because they gonna be like, well, why he ain't here? Why he ain't feel comfortable coming?
I ain't gonna lie. I done been to a couple funerals I know damn well I wasn't supposed to be at. You know, the perception is the perception. It is what it is, right? But the fact that he walked past that body,
I'm telling.
It's just, if I was him,
break it down.
Personally, knowing it's high profile, we ain't going through there.
Hell no.
Because we got to go through there one way, and even coming that way is it's gonna look disrespectful.
Yeah,
it seems like
a lose situation.
Yeah, like, and then if the daddy just show up without him or the other one, it look crazy.
Now him and Jazz might go, but Junior,
bro. But see, if you do that, you kind of saying something.
Yeah, it's either all or
And you ain't got to like Whack 100, but right now he's speaking facts. He's speaking nothing but facts right now. Like if you show up there without your son, that's kind of saying something. That's how they gonna take it. Regardless of what perception you're trying to give off, that's how they're gonna take it. Why is he not here also?
nothing, man.
It's either all or nothing, bro.
Yeah.
We also
Because
don't.
that's only because of that footage came out. If that without that footage, it probably would have been cool.
Hey,
so
you know
now,
what I'm saying, T?
if nobody shows up, how the f do that look?
Not
Look
good.
like it already looked.
Exactly.
Oh, shame.
Look like they smart and trying to protect themselves and not go into a lion's den when they know it's hot. That's what it looks like.
That's it. Exactly how it looks right now.
Show up. What do you mean?
If them niggas show up, bro, them boys walking straight into the goddamn.
They gonna start a riot in that trying to attack his ass.
You in Atlanta, bro.
It's gonna be a shootout. Like them Atlanta niggas gonna cap that boy.
I know I'm going through that.
What you mean they mob ties? Ain't you got nothing to worry about?
I don't think they should.
What you talking
Y'all
about?
think
niggas can get touched?
security at the stadium.
Hold on, y'all think niggas can get touched though?
Anybody can get touched, man.
Without nothing official, bro. They should not show up.
No, I wouldn't.
Mob ties,
I wouldn't.
I bet you Drake won't yell mob ties no more.
That's just the way I feel about it. You know what I'm saying? You know, either all or none. If they show up without a motherfucker, it's looking crazy. And then now, nigga, look, you know, it don't take long to, man, is that nigga really here without that nigga?
Hell yeah. Nigga,
like
instantly.
that.
Walking across the parking lot.
The plot happened quick. You know what I'm saying?
You think he got to
out of boots.
matter of fact, if they did come, they tell them keep the car running. We get it. Hey,
everything better be bulletproof.
With P though.
He better have a National Guard.
I'm saying, you think he gonna have to check in with QCP though? Type shit for sure. You could believe a call already been made behind the scenes.
That call already happened a week ago.
Yeah. I'm talking about before he come to the funeral.
You already know what's gonna happen, right? If they don't show up, or even if they do show up, you know what's gonna happen. They're gonna get ate up like dog food. Ain't no talking, ain't doing none of that.
And that's how I feel it's gonna happen. They show up. I mean, like they said, the calls done already been made. Ain't no telling how they feeling, but you know, you got a lot of people in Atlanta that had a lot of love for Takeoff. And it may be on and popping regardless, even if they was to try to keep the peace, even if they was to try to make amends. This is like too big of a loss. And I'd be shocked if they showed up to the funeral and nothing happen. I will be shocked, but I don't think they gonna show up, and they shouldn't show up. They know how hot it is right now. They know they ain't got no business in Atlanta right now after you just took out 1/3 of the hottest group of this generation.
Politicking, man.
I'm gonna tell you this though, this real shit. It's gonna be a thing to see.
Why that nigga ain't pull up to our shit, though?
Look, I don't know. It's gonna be a thing to see. Look, bro, LA, New York, and especially Chicago. If this was the same situation, you already know what's gonna happen, especially Chicago. They wetting your ass up ASAP. Right? You think you finna come up here in the unit, right?
It's your fault he did.
Curious to see how this. It's too much attention right now. Like it's like you putting yourself in a situation where you gotta move looking super scary. Because if you go around some niggas extreme with a bunch of shit that don't look right, they gonna be looking at you.
How
You
this act already. So shit. All he gotta do is just be there.
So you think Pete gotta definitely orchestrate all that shit then?
No, I mean, you missing the point. There's only so much he can do with them little niggas, man.
It depends if Quavo feel like
nigga just lost a family member.
Violated.
Real shit. It could be niggas who ain't even his family,
you think you want to see them motherfuckers' faces?
Ain't even gotta be.
If he at the funeral, you think you want to see their faces?
It depends what happened. Like if the only fault he is at is that it was his event, then that's kind of different. But if he feel like he had something to do with it, then that's different too.
You know, all that unfollowing shit happened, all that.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Even Drake, you know that shit, man, that shit different. Me personally, bro, knowing that the police is watching and it's high profile
Hey,
and
and
they ain't
that's what I was about to ask you, bro. You
yeah,
think the feds gonna damn sure be
Man,
there
let him
to
finish
goddamn?
talking.
oh, they gonna be
They
what you mean? For sure.
Them niggas might as well sit that one out.
I mean, it sounds risky, but to me, the only way to save face and go in the direction of not having an all-out war, which is looking like, is to show up and play that role, which a lot of niggas do when shit like this happens. They hug the mama, they kiss the mama, they pick the baby up, give their condolences, give up some money,
Nah, bro.
a fat envelope,
Niggas gonna be
Big
wanting
King
and get the
John,
fuck on.
Big King John, you thinking like a civilian,
That
bro.
sound like a
Nigga, look
1994.
at
They better not go in there and start hugging no mamas and kissing no babies. This is gonna be on and popping. That I do know.
that beat and blew that nigga brains out right there.
Oh,
Thinking
God.
Niggas want they get back.
That nigga with a switch, quick.
And Wack just said the exact same thing. They do that, they'll blow their brains out.
Let's just give up some
nah,
money,
bro.
a fat envelope,
Niggas gonna be wanting
and
they
get the
get
fuck
back.
on.
Big King
That shit
John,
ain't
you
happening.
thinking like a civilian,
That
bro.
sound like a
Nigga, look
1994.
at that beat and blew that nigga brains out right there.
Oh,
Thinking,
God.
Niggas want they get back.
That nigga with a switch, quick.
So but I'm saying not showing up, you basically saying fuck everybody.
But look,
Fuck
though,
him,
if you look
right or wrong.
the balloon, not the balloon release they had for Takeoff, bro. You can hear them niggas in the background talking about, bro, we gonna ride for you. We gonna ride for you.
Oh yeah, they gonna get them
For real.
they gonna get them. Believe it. You better not show that shit, man.
Hey, but you gotta remember, them boys from North Atlanta for real. They ain't like they from East Atlanta.
nah.
That
Nigga,
don't
that's
make a
the
goddamn
Migos. Nigga. Them niggas
goddamn
in touch a lot of niggas around that town. Nigga.
I'm telling you.
Like
Man, regardless they North Atlanta, they still Atlanta, my niggas. They still family. So guess what? Them niggas gonna ride for them niggas.
Do you think that Jay Prince and the Jay Prince family should show up to Takeoff funeral? Leave a comment. And also make sure that you subscribe, hit the notification bell, like and share the video. Because remember, no matter what goes on in life, the facts remains the same. There's no game. It goes in on Jay Prince after the unfortunate passing of Takeoff, and he called Young Jeezy a punk. Let's get right to it.
You better watch out. What? Watch out for what? Because the nigga got Denzel in him, he know how to put up the persona of this, that, and other. What we watching out for?
Nah, for real.
What are we watching out for?
He got Denzel on them. It's crazy.
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. All you niggas with these make-believe stories, right? Oh, you don't know the shit he had done. Well, if all you niggas know the shit he had done and don't know him, he been in jail a long time ago, right? Because if y'all know, surely the people know, right? You know him? Nah, so you know what? If you know about Lil Charlie, Lil Eddie, Lil Bobo, if you know about it, they're gonna know about it. Or are you just talking out your soul?
Come on.
This is why when they was like, Wack, you better, nigga, I'm gonna stand on my gangster, nigga. I got 33 years of this shit to say, he ain't me. Facts.
Wack pretty much saying, look, y'all can say what y'all want to say about Jay Prince. Y'all can call him the boogeyman. Y'all can say he the person that's going to deal with you if you need to be dealt with. But I'm Wack 100, and I ain't backing down from nothing. I ain't scared of nobody. Don't be believing these stories that you hear about these people because these stories ain't real.
Fuck out of here. Man, you don't, man, fuck that. I'm a decorated one, nigga. I don't give a fuck about none of them stories you talking about, my nigga. All that talking and whoop-de. This ain't no motherfucking song, nigga. You this and that, nigga. That nigga ain't got no resume, nigga. Not a one. He 58. He's scared to die and he's scared to go to jail. He ain't faced neither one of them.
That's a fact.
Y'all niggas get caught up in the persona of what Scarface said, and he came in on the interlude. Motherfucker that. If that's the case, I should have been scared when it was 5-1. I should have tucked my tail when I'm walking in and it's 5 Crips to every 1 blood. I should have tucked my, because this is really in my face. I'm really confronted with this. And these niggas is real, these niggas will kill you. For real. So if I didn't tuck my tail confronted with that, you want me to tuck my tail for a nigga that's talking on the song? Yeah, okay.
Wilson, Waxing, I ain't backing down from nobody. Y'all scared of this man because he did a little something on the Scarface CD back in the day.
And shit, you being nice. I heard it was 20-2.
Yo, you and Wack.
Two just walk in here.
Wack, you wasn't scared of the way he hold his finger? Like when he take a picture of the way he hold his finger, you wasn't scared?
Man, I don't know what none of that shit mean because you got to remember, call Rocky in there. Rocky was right there when he heard me get at him. Listen, the nigga in Russia got at me, I broke his shit. I know I'm in Russia, but I can't hear that. I told that man in his face in downtown LA. Jai and Rocky's right. Hey, homie, ain't finna be none of that funny shit with the lady, my nigga. No, Wack, we understand. I just want to talk to her on the phone. Listen, my nigga, she on my watch. Then why I wasn't with nigga wasn't none of that. All I was gonna do was break his shit right on the spot. I'm getting off. That's it. And wherever it go, it go. See, niggas gotta understand one thing. And I beat my chest to this shit. This P-Funk shit, it can spread it like it don't matter where I land. P-Funk there, and as long as I'm right, my squad is right. It's just gonna be what the fuck it just gonna be, man. It don't matter. Ask Kiddo. He landed in Houston about a month ago. I'm out here with no jacket. You straight? Yeah, over straight. Good looking out. Nigga, I got reach. I ain't tripping all that shit. See, you got to bring ass to get ass. This is how it works. Unless you a nigga watching pornos. I don't, you know what I'm saying? You got to pull up to the room. You got to go to the hotel, and then she right there. You know, if you want that. All this other shit, bro. I've been telling niggas like, bro, I don't know what y'all talking about in all these stories. How all y'all know all these stories and he ain't been indicted?
So Wack, as a civilian,
He's basically saying, look, man, you got all these stories. He ain't been indicted. So how much is he really doing? You know, that's the thing. When you get popular, when you get some notoriety or whatever, you become famous, everybody and their mama gonna come out and have something bad to say about you. Whether if it's true or not, you know, the people will never really know. It don't matter how tough you are. If somebody don't like you, they're gonna call you a punk.
Are you saying that this guy was just a business guy who just had street people around him?
Bro, that's all that was, bro. That's it. That's all that was.
That fucks him in the end because he's got to be a
listen to me.
You mean?
Look, one thing about Suge, right? And Suge was burned for this shit. We all said it. He was so caught up in his resume being solidified, we knew he was going to the pen. He damn near wanted to go. Man, you went to college, nigga, and all that. You got the money, and you got the homies around you. That. Nigga, I didn't walk the yards y'all walk. Nigga, what's happening? That nigga went to the county jail. They put that nigga in high power. He wrote some shit. Had the judges, the attorneys go file some shit. This nigga demanded to go to the blood module. Now I want to go to the blood module. Hey, man, do you know how they? I don't give a fuck. This power room.
He basically saying when Suge Knight got arrested, he pretty much wanted to go to prison. He wanted that on his record. You know, he wanted that stamp so that when they put him in there, try to keep him safe because he's a celebrity, he was like, nah, put me in there with all my bloods on Pyru. Put me with the homies. You ain't about to have me in here being all safe and stuff. Now, I want to be able to say I walked the same yard that the homies walked.
Mom, I want to go to the blood module with the homies. You are a celebrity. Well, f all that. I sign off on whatever you need me to sign off. And this crazy one. So, you know, he was dedicated about you finna get me up out of that lane. I'm gonna be over here where y'all at. Dude ain't. That's why I was telling y'all, I'm like, bro, like, hey man, you know Jake. Man, I don't know none of that shit. Nada.
That's why it's safe to say that Jay Prince is more of a civilian that probably turned like hood throughout time. I
don't even think he even turned hood.
Nah, not even a little bit.
Bro, he was just he was the owner of a label that had a big group that was talking street shit.
So he like a Leo Cohen? What? Is that what you're saying?
No, Leo gonna tell you I'm a rich Jew, a Jewish motherfucker. Shit, Leo gonna tell you I ain't from the streets. I'm a Jewish guy that runs companies. I don't get, I don't give no, I'm gonna be real.
If y'all don't know Cohen, he's one of the most powerful men in music. Go look up Leon Cohen. Like, he had some issues with Dame Dash. He's the one where they said Leon walked straight back in the day, Death Row days, where people was afraid of Suge Knight. They said Leon walked right up in Suge office and let it be known who's really running it.
Outside of Master P, can't front them niggas. And where they was from, they was doing their shit. Stunner, Suge, Top Dog, and myself. I ain't giving that to no other nigga that was running the label. That ain't, Top done been to the feds, been shot. That nigga from Nickerson Garden, Bounty Hunter Watts, for real. You know what I'm saying? Suge, he forced his way through the door. Stunner, y'all niggas from New Orleans, y'all know that nigga from uptown for real. Can't take that from me. Masterpiece, ain't shit. He from them projects over there. I'm not giving it to Dame Dash, no. Puffy, definitely not. He's a civilian.
What about Pete?
Pete, oh yeah, definitely gotta give it to Pete. Coach K gonna tell you, f you, I'm not none of that. Coach gonna tell you that.
Gucci Mane.
Yeah, definitely gotta give it to Gucci.
So people
can't take that from Gucci. You know what?
Young Jeezy and Lil Boosie.
I think Jeezy's a punk fed. No.
Dude just called Jeezy a punk fed. They basically saying, okay, who's all the people that's in this music business that's really about that? Wack gave it to himself, gave it to Suge, gave it to Master P, gave it to Birdman, gave it to Gucci Mane. They brought up Young Jeezy name and he said Young Jeezy's a punk fed. Let's continue.
No, Young Jeezy, nah.
Whoa, bring it back.
What?
You said
Definitely
Jeezy
on
what?
the mixtape, he said.
Wait, Wack,
Definitely. I spent 2 days at Blue Da Vinci House reading all kind of paperwork. Boy, don't make me ping him in it.
Yeah, I heard it. Yeah, you right, Wack. You right about that one.
Nigga went over there.
What do you know could rap about dope all them damn albums and don't got nothing on his record?
What nigga you know got arrested by the feds and they told him bring me the Lamborghinis and that and it's cool. He brought him down there. There you go. And we good. All right, cool.
Oh, he gave a statement on his dog.
Blue Da Vinci come tell you I read the work. No. Nephew.
He pretty much saying that, Jeezy talked that, that BMF had that big old Fed case. That's the reason why, Southwest T is locked up, was locked up. I think he's out now. That's the reason why Big Meech, is still locked up. Blue Da Vinci, all them, because the whole BMF got taken down and everybody was wondering, hey, how is Jeezy still out here? How Jeezy didn't go do no bid or anything like that. So, he's alluding to that, he read some paperwork that may not be too fond of Jeezy and everything. Jeezy, I don't know what he did or what he didn't do, but Jeezy's doing good right now. He got a beautiful wife, got a beautiful baby, living life right now, and he's out free to enjoy his freedom, So young Jeezy is in a good space right now.
Gotti.
Yeah.
No, Moneybag them. The one label.
Yella Busy.
Yo Gotti.
Yo
Black
Gotti.
youngster.
What about the Detroit ones?
And then rest in peace, the other homie from down there. He bought that shit.
Young Dolph.
Young dog.
Yeah, Young Dolph. Young Dolph bought that shit. You know what I'm saying?
So Wack, what I'm from the civilian standpoint, what I'm seeing here is that you got people who are in business, right? Who do business. No, I'm just trying to get an understanding from a civilian's perspective. So you got people who do business with other street people. Some of those people might be gangster, quote unquote, whatever. But those people who do business aren't street, but they just doing business with them. So that's the persona that some of us as civilians get to see. But that's not real, because when other gangsters or other street people get to see that, they can see through that persona. Is that what I'm getting at?
I think the only motherfucker, right, who's playing that game as I scan it. Puff don't even play that game. He don't play that game. Puff is Puff. I think the only one that's playing that game is Jay Prince. This is why I was saying when they were like,
y'all see Whack 100 had a lot to say about Jay Prince and some other people in the music business. Make sure you go ahead and leave a comment, a like, a share, and most importantly, hit that subscribe button with that notification bell. Remember, the facts of life remains the same. There's no game but titles set up to be robbed. Lil Cam was talking crazy, Takeoff a alleged shooter. We got to get into it. Let's go.
What's his name? Cam? That had some crazy
Whack 100 has questions.
on Twitter, bro. You think Jay Prince actually knew that? Like, how this felt before that? I seen that today. I'm like,
what he put up, bro? What the
you know all that. Even
wait?
That was saying some weird ass, like just basically on some like hate type, jealousy type, right?
On the Migos?
Yeah, he said damn the Migos, then they up, and by Quavo that he, it's just basically hating on them.
Wait, just some new he put up?
Nah, that was all. The new thing to put up was like
The last he said is the impossible. I did that the other day.
He said what?
The impossible. I did that the other day. That's what he said.
Yeah, the impossible.
Oh yeah, this the plan for
the day.
CD.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, it sound like that's
Clout
up to
be
me.
real, bro. That's crazy.
Man.
That's clout, bro.
That's true.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? God, what the?
That's straight clout, Wack. You hit that on the head.
Nah, yeah, these youngsters, man.
Yeah.
That's the new crack.
Yeah.
Clout is the new crack.
Clout and a follow.
I definitely got to agree with that. Clout is the new crowd. It's the new crack. People do everything and anything for clout, whether if it's telling on themselves. It don't matter if they about to get 50,000 years in prison. They can tell on themselves as long as what they telling will give them the clout.
Like this guy had that hate for this, and Jay Prince Jr. brought them together. Like that's crazy. Nigga. That's like bringing a nigga into the lines. Then no one was. I don't know, but that's just sounded crazy in the view. And I heard this. Like this is crazy.
Are you telling me the nigga said some like he did that?
Yeah.
But I seen him went to jail. What was it? Some marijuana or something?
Just say marijuana and gun and
like
cocaine
30.
charges.
Yeah, like 30 balls on him. Like a couple months ago when they picked him up.
And see the cold part about it, bro. Bankroll was stunting, and I be telling is like, I know y'all, bro, with the money gotta play broke, bro, because they gonna tell. You gotta play broke. I'm sorry. You gotta just enjoy that another way. Just wake up and know that you got it. Because if you go to showing that shit, he's just gonna tell, bro. They gonna put them on you, bro.
Man, that's a fact.
Hey, man, I'm gonna tell you, bro, with Jay Prince, I'm gonna keep it 100. That daddy, I've been read a few things. I just seen some things, he went through it. $1 million donation over here to the church and this, that. Dude tied into some whole other shit we ain't gonna never see and figure out. It's been too much went on around him and nothing never happened.
He basically is saying, listen, Jay Prince is working with them people. There's too much going on around him. It's too much that his name's been involved in for nothing to ever have happened to him. Maybe Jay Prince is a good businessman. We don't know what's really going on. So, it's all speculation. But when you in so much stuff and don't nothing ever happen, people going to start asking questions. And, his name is being thrown off in this Takeoff situation. So we'll see.
Even with this, they slowly but surely sweeping that shit up under the rug, bro. We ain't gonna never figure it out, So
you gotta be in there to know.
If he works with the police,
you ain't gonna figure it out, bro. I'm telling you, because let's be real, bro. It's a lot didn't happen that it just goes away. Even his Rico.
Because he worked with the police.
Dodging bullet after bullet.
I'm saying, like, it ain't going.
That nigga said, bro.
It ain't go. It like we can sit here and all we know is something ain't right. There's nothing for me to know.
I wouldn't be surprised if he did work with the cops or feds, etc. A lot of people that's big time like that, they work with the authorities. That's how you keep the authorities off your back. When you working with authorities or you're greasing their pockets, they allow you to do what you do and they gonna turn a blind eye. They gonna act like they don't see it. That happens quite often. A lot of these people be like, oh, you working with the feds, you working with the cops, etc. A lot of big time people do that. That's how they stay out of trouble. Let's continue.
Man, Jay Prince said, man.
That got something to do with the police. He's dealing with the motherfuckers.
Yeah, brother. Yeah, I ain't even think it's deeper than that, bro. I think it's
Hey, why can't we just say it's mob ties, man? That's why they.
But I'm gonna tell you like this though. Nah, I mean if that's what you want, I think that's a camouflage. They disguising that with that. You know, if that's what that is, hey, Sammy the Bull was mob ties too. He told on everybody.
Man, that's a fact.
I never knew he had no podcast.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he got a podcast now, but when he first got out, he took his back to jail for trying to do some other shit.
Some
Got
pills
caught
or something.
Yeah, that nigga was selling ecstasy in Arizona when they put him on.
Yeah, he was.
Who y'all talking about? Oh yeah.
Sammy the Bull, the Gambino family. One told on John Gotti. Bro, this why I be telling this. I be like, bro, don't get mad at me for parachuting out the mother plane, out the plane early. Man, I'm sitting in the penitentiary and I'm watching these flip and turn. I'm talking about that was the name, the nigga. Yeah, this about to go somewhere else. It was fun while it lasted. Let me go the other way. Everything about it was weakness. It was starting to use the drugs with these punks. It was starting to tail little by little. Now, bro, 4 out of 5 yards is controlled by the PC case. The PC is rushing the main line. No cap, bro. Because look, out of the 5 yards, only 1 of the yard is main line. So when they run into these, the PC just be deep. It be X main line. They running into the pill call and shit like that. They getting off on them.
I think the PC population gonna be
That's
bigger
crazy.
than
I don't know how.
It is in California. It is, bro.
I already know
somebody paperwork.
Yeah, right now in California, PC population is 300 times greater than the mainline population. Then they got these yards, they call them 50-50. They say, hey, you want some time off? You promise the program? You go on the yard with the PC people, get some time off.
Hey, I was just getting ready to ask. I heard it's
They call them 50-50, bro. Yeah, bro.
Pretty much what he's saying is that there's so many people that's telling nowadays. There's so many people that's in protected custody nowadays that they outnumber the quote unquote real ones. And they are pressing the real ones. Times have changed.
This is why I be when it be pumping, when they be pumping, I say, hey, bro, it ain't just happening on the street. A nigga in jail is doing it to get out. You think a on the street gonna do something to him to go back in?
Make sure you hit that subscribe button and notification bell.
This is like, it ain't my problem. He ain't tell on me. Before, a nigga from California could have moved to Tennessee. And if the nigga in Tennessee found out this was a rap from California, they was going to do something to it. Now they like, she told them Cali and did nothing to me. Nobody cares. And I don't think there's know that. And then now, the youngsters is changing the rules. They telling you, if you copping a plea, it's okay to mention everybody else's name. That's the new play.
Yeah,
that ain't telling.
That's crazy.
That's them 6ix9ine rules.
Nah,
6ix9ine.
I done seen some of them. I done seen some of them when the lawyers get on the same page, they'll be like, you know, let's do it. But
it's like nigga earlier today, bro. It's like you claim no responsibility for the fact that like if I invite you out here, well, you a grown ass man, you gotta handle your responsibility, bro. That's some bullshit.
Nah, it ain't never okay to be no rap. I'm tired of making that popular.
I look.
Hey, bro, you can be tired if you want. What you better do is,
if you a rat, don't be in the streets. If you gonna rat, then don't get in the streets.
There's a lot of rats in the streets on Crip.
Right, so if you gonna rat, then go be an electrician. Go be a construction worker. Don't be a street worker.
Just controlling the streets, bro. I need you to hear that because it's gonna be like you who gonna be in there talking about ratted on me. I got
Wick, the Reds got the packs and everything. They hit with the packs and shit.
Yeah, they bro. The rat, bro. That's what it is, bro.
Hey, wait, what's the name they really told on them?
So why you think that shit so normalized now?
Bro, it ain't, bro, listen, look. I'm trying to get you to understand this, bro. Bro, look. Everybody can stand out there with a picket sign. When it's rolling, it's rolling. And I'm telling you, stop wasting your time picking against the rats and go change your life to where you ain't got to worry about the rats, bro.
Now, that is some good advice from Wack. He's basically saying, listen, you're going to get told on. They going to tell on you. So instead of focusing on all the people that's telling, go ahead and change your life so you won't have to worry about getting told on. Whether if you like Wack 100 or dislike Wack 100, That was some good advice.
Because it's too far gone. It ain't coming back. You got a rat, I'm telling you, bro, it's a rat. It's ain't no straightening out and this is cleaning up and it's gonna stop.
What the fuck?
They too deep. It's more of them than us.
And then what's his name? Kim? That had some crazy on Twitter, bro. You think?
Whole lot of stuff going on, you know. Lil Cam. Is he? They said he was dead, and they said he wasn't, and they said he was dead again. You know, this person who allegedly, you know, shot Takeoff, etc. Nobody knows what's going on. All I know is that you better hit the subscribe button and that notification bell. Yeah. Because you got to understand, the facts of life remains the same. There's no game but Tiger. Today is the day that Takeoff is laid to rest. They are packing into the State Farm Center, and everybody and their mama is there to show their respects. As you know, Takeoff was unfortunately taken away from us in a senseless act of violence. One who was always the quiet one in the group, never in any mess. And he was the one that was taken out. I also believe that he was definitely the best rapper in the group. But there's a lot of things surrounding this particular funeral. You know, I just heard that they didn't even have no cameras. Now, I don't know how true this is, so take it with a grain of salt. But, you know, everybody want clear-cut evidence of who they feel, you know, killed Takeoff. You know, I heard there wasn't even no cameras, allegedly, where the shooting took place. And like I said, you got to take that with a grain of salt. I've done plenty of videos on this whole Takeoff situation. So if you're not caught up by now, just go ahead, hit the playlist, and all the Takeoff videos will be right there. This is just a lesson that you got to learn to enjoy your life while you can, because you never know exactly when your life is going to be cut short. You know, a lot of people be going through life with a whole lot of pettiness, a whole lot of BS. And then at the end, you get taken out and it's all for nothing. This was a situation that could have totally been avoided. It's a situation where you got people that are just too excited and too happy to try to take out somebody. It's lots of rumors and speculation about what really happened. What's the Migos set up? What's the whole plan for them to get robbed and have their jury taken? Is that what started it? Quavo arguing with Jay Prince, that came out, which is why people saying that's why Jay Prince walked past that body like that and wasn't showing an ounce of concern, even though the Migos was down there on their watch. And regardless of what took place, regardless of the situation, when somebody is down there on your watch, you are going to get the blame of it. It's a lot of speculations on whether or not the Jay Prince family is going to show up to the funeral today. Whack 100 say they better not do that. You don't think that's a good idea? Because them dudes down there in Atlanta right now is on go mode. That's what they saying. They on go mode. If anything happens, it's going to be on and popping. And Whack 100 say Jay Prince, the father, can't show up without the son because he said that's kind of saying something. It's like, oh, so you here to pay your respects, but your son ain't here. That's going to say something. So he said either they all need to go or they all need to stay away. Personally, I feel the best thing to do in this particular situation is to stay away. I mean, pay your respects virtually if that's what you have to do. Because showing up to a funeral and we still don't have all the information. You know, you got people online who feel like they didn't crack the case, and maybe they did. But to my knowledge, hasn't nobody been officially charged with the murder of Takeoff at this particular time. Who knows? Maybe they gonna wait until after the funeral. But everything is way too hot right now for anybody to be showing up anywhere. You know, Some people saying that this was an accident. At first they said he was hit by friendly fire. Then they come out to say, nah, he wasn't hit by friendly fire. He was hit by Lil Cam. That's also another rumor or speculation that's going on. They say Jay Prince Jr. didn't have his wolves in control. He wasn't able to control his people. And that's what really led to this terrible altercation. You know, every time you look up, it's a new rapper that's dying. You turn around, it's a new rapper that's dying. At that point, you got to really start looking at the culture. You got to look at the culture of the situation. It's culturally wrong, which is why culturally a lot of these deaths follow these rappers. It's the reason why these rap labels. Did you know that rap labels pay more money for rap music videos? Did you know the insurance policy is higher on rap videos? You know, these record labels got insurance policies out here on these rappers because they know it's a very good chance that this rapper is going to get shot. There's a very good chance these rappers are going to get shot up. There's a very good chance that the video set is going to get shot up. You know, I remember back in the day, a close friend of mine used to never really go out with us, you know. And he used to always say, if it's more than 3 box Chevys in the parking lot, I would not go to the event. I don't care what the event is. If it's more than 3 box Chevy, I would not be there. And then, you know, as you get older, you kind of start to realize, it's like, why do it seem like every time it's a group of us, like we can't just go have a good time, make it home safe. A lot of people are starting to stay home these days. Why? Because of situations like this. Because people don't know if they gonna make it home or not. People don't know if that's gonna be their last night just because they want to go out and have a good time. The Migos was down there definitely slipping. When you are that big of a name, when you as big of a name as the Migos, you need to go with your own security, your full detailed security. Y'all need to stop going to these different states, checking in, expecting for their security, etc., to be on the lookout for you as good as your full security detail. They said the Migos went down there, and I think they said they had their homeboys down there as their security or whatever, but they wasn't moving like they normally move because they was checking in with Jay Prince and them. So you're supposed to be good. You supposed to be straight. None of that is supposed to happen. But that's the exact reason why you don't leave your life in the hands of other people besides yourself and your own personal security. If you got enough money to wear $1 million on your neck, if you got enough money to wear $500,000 in rings on your fingers, pulling up in $100,000 cars, you have enough money to have your full security detail. I don't know how many more rappers gonna keep thinking that once you make it to that level, you can just move around like a normal civilian. You are no longer a normal civilian. And it may be hard because people, I know we see people that's famous get stretched out all the time. And, you know, sometimes they just want to be normal. But they got to understand, they done made it to a point where it is no longer you can do that. You can't do that. How many of these rappers is getting Takeoff because they don't have their full real security with them? You can just go down the list of all the rappers that then got took out. Go down the list of all the rappers that then got shot and see if they had their regular full security detail like they normally have. Most of the time, no, they don't, because they feel like, oh, I can run to the store real quick. Oh, I can go kick it in Houston real quick. oh, I can go hang with the fellas real quick. And then they end up getting taken out. Where if you got your real security team, and not saying that you can't get taken out with your real security team. I mean, they took out the president. But you just got to understand that the chances of you getting taken out is less when you got your own security and you moving the way you supposed to be moving. But like I said, Takeoff get laid the rest of the day. It's an unfortunate situation. I'm pretty sure that the people responsible, I'm pretty sure more information is going to be coming out. If it don't, then it's definitely a cover up because there's way too many people there and it happened in a public place. So either the people who done this is going to be officially charged, or you just going to know that it's some major cover up going on. Rest in peace, Takeoff. Remember, the facts of life remains the same. There's no game but tie game.